What is up everybody, Marissa here. Today guys, we are back for another video. This time this is for a Warden update video. Now I said that I was going to do more Warden update videos for you guys since Warden has been coming out recently. So I will be making Warden updates for here. So we're just going to start off real quickly like I did with the Dragon Adventures update. I have went back in a little bit and I stopped to where they finally released like some updates that's going to be happening for this week. So we will be looking at those. One of the developers says, "We cooking with a couple of videos." Now these videos are very long, so I will be putting them in the corner so you guys can look at it for a bit. I will be moving on, and here is going to be some weekly updates, and there's not going to be much going on, so I'm just going to fly by this real quickly. And yeah, I might talk a little bit because there's not much updates going on. There is something interesting, so yeah. Anyways, weekly update plans. New gravestone system. We're working on a brand new gravestone system that will add another way to customize and strengthen your survivors. Which I'm sure that the gravestone system is where when you are about to start your trials with other people, I think they will be redesigning the gravestone system over there. I don't know if they're gonna like do something where you customize it, which is honestly very off-brand and off-topic. If they do in the future, that'd be random to be honest, but I would be pretty much interested for the gravestone system, so that's new. Collect and equip special gravestones for your characters, similar to plushies. Oh, is it a morph then? When revived during an expedition, your equipped gravestone will provide a special boost based on its type and rarity. Okay, so it's not a morph. I thought it was, but never mind. Passive abilities. One of our biggest new progression features yet is currently in development. We're working toward releasing passive abilities this week, allowing survivors to unlock unique class-based abilities through character mastery and further specialize how they play. This is a large feature that requires plenty of balancing and testing, so we'll be hard at work on it throughout the week and we'll share more as development progresses. So what they mean is that they will be adding passive abilities, but we are not sure that they will be releasing it this week. They might release it in the following week. It's just probably a little update or like a reminder that these will be coming up soon, either this week or probably next week because they are still programming and testing it. So we will be expecting that soon, either tomorrow or the following week for next Friday. Next up, friend recruitment. Bring your friends along for an expedition with a new friend recruitment system planned for this week. Invite new players to Warden, help them progress through their first expeditions, and earn rewards as they become experienced explorers. Recruits will also have rewards of their own, with additional bonuses for continuing to play together. Alright. And then there's gonna be some little less stuff that's honestly not new, for me at least. New Warden cards. More Warden cards are planned for this week's update, aka blessings. Which you guys are curious of, those are blessings. I think, yeah. Cards are blessings. Anyways, new plushies. More plushies are on the way. I don't know if they mean... No. I'm seeing new morphs over there. So what they mean is new plushies to help boost up for your trials, like for example the Romora plushie or the Minowi plushie. That's what they mean. I thought they meant the morphs, but I see new morphs, so never mind. Speaking of new morphs, several new morphs are also planned for this week. Honestly, I'm not really surprised because honestly, I want every single one of these morphs, but like it's gonna be impossible because the more they release morphs, the more you're gonna have to rebirth. It's too repetitive. That's probably why I stopped playing Warden for just a bit, because it's too repetitive and it's like to a point where you're basically grinding 24/7 just to get something that you need. And not to mention, when you're rebirthing your character, you get a random morph. It's not like you're gonna get a common or you're gonna get a legendary. You get a completely random one. It's not common through legendary. It's literally random. So if you want a specific morph and you don't even have it, but you have other morphs, then I don't know what to say. Oh boy. Anyways, we'll be revealing more of what's coming throughout the week leading up to the update. Of course, which they actually added it, spoiler alert. Balance changes and more, which is QIL. Alongside everything above, we're continuing to work on balance changes, bug fixes, gameplay improvements, and more content that we'll review throughout the week. And now, last but not least, this was yesterday, they released the Clockwork. The Clockwork morph is going to be a new morph line coming this week. Here is some photos of Clockwork. Honestly, I'm quite excited about that. We only got 4 photos for like some of the characters, but we do not have a lot of photos for every single one of them. So I'm curious what the Clockwork would look like, especially for Seraph Quinn and of course Dracula. And yeah, I think that would be most of the updates we'll be getting for now. And yeah, that's probably one of my most fastest videos I've ever done, because usually I love yapping. But since I love yapping, I haven't really given a rate for Drag Adventures, and since this video is very short, I will give a rating for Warden. I will probably give this a 6. It's not really the best update, but it's a meh. I say meh because they're adding plushies, they're adding new cards, that's cool and all. But the one thing that's kind of repetitive is adding new morphs, and of course, the gravestones are nice. I just don't know what they do yet, so we'll have to check that out in a live stream. But the morphs and all of this stuff, I will say, you're gonna have to grind more. New plushies too, because you need shrooms for that. New cards, you're gonna have to grind them for yourself too, for mastery. Friend recruitment, I don't see that as like something new, because if you really think about it, friend recruitment is very useful for people who are very like active, social, extroverted, who have like lots of friends. But if you think about it, this one update, which is the friend recruitment, it's not really useful if people don't really have friends to play with. Their friends are like kind of busy, or you're just an introvert and you just want to complete your trials by yourself. There's this and that, there's pros and cons between these updates. I have been told by someone that the mastery has been nerfed, meaning that they have fixed a bit of it so that way people have chances to rebirth. Honestly, I haven't really seen it yet. I will have to see it for myself once this video comes out. But if they did, maybe it's not too bad to get every single one of the morphs. It's just that the one thing that's too repetitive is the amount of characters we have. We still have more characters that haven't been released. We still have Keen. We got Common and Flare that hasn't been out. And what else? I'm trying to think. We got Keen, Comet and Flare. We got Leon and Seraph Quinn. Seraph Quinn just came out. What was the other character that we haven't had at all? I don't know. But if I do find that character, I'll just add it into the edit, because why not? But the more characters they're gonna add, the more repetitive it is to grind. Not to mention, I don't think this is gonna be beginner friendly, because it depends. Like, if beginners want to only rebirth one specific character, that's totally fine. But if people like me, who want to get every single morph, every single character, every single plushie, every single card, yeah, it's too repetitive to a point where you're gonna have to grind endlessly, probably days on end, just to get everything. Not to mention, the quest is a little bit too hard. Like Seraph Quinn and Leon. Leon is already hard enough for me, because knowing me, I'm a very big introvert, and I don't like using allies and reviving them 20 times, so yay. Hopefully for their next upcoming characters, like I have mentioned beforehand, hopefully they're not going to be too repetitive and not to a point where it's going to be hard. I hope that when they do add more characters, some of them would be easy, some of them will not. I just hope that it's to a point where it's on and off switch and this and that. But yeah, I'm just giving it a 6 because, yeah, updates are pretty nice and all, but it's just going to add to a bigger problem where people are just not going to get it. And what I mean is plushies, morphs, because you gotta grind a lot. You gotta get into the higher trials to finish puzzles, get to the higher ups, level up your mastery and all of this and that. It's just boring, kind of, because you're basically doing a loop. Anyways, that is all for today's video. And since I have my opinion about the update, hopefully their upcoming update for next week will be a little bit better, maybe. After all, Warden is still a new game, so there's going to be ups and downs here and there. Hopefully, though, they do add some new stuff coming up. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys on tomorrow for the live stream, since I will be looking through that. All these, like, updates for Drag Adventures and Warden. Hold on. Excuse me. Anyways, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow on Friday for the Dragon Adventures and Warden updates, because like always, I like reviewing them, seeing what's going on and this and that. I'll most likely do a lot of things with Dragon Adventures, and yeah. I had hair on my phone. Anyways, since I like yapping a lot, I'll end it off right off the bat. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya, and peace.